Today's episode is brought to you by Grampian Graphics, Aberdeen's vehicle branding and wrapping specialists. If you want to turn your vehicle into a moving advert for your business, their expert team can design and install high-quality wraps that get your brand noticed everywhere you go. From single vans to fleets, Grampian Graphics creates bold, eye-catching designs that help businesses stand out on the road. A professionally wrapped vehicle works for you 24 hours a day, promoting your business wherever you drive. To see their latest work or get a quote, search Grampian Graphics on social media. Grampian Graphics, style that sticks.
Coming up on this week's Sheepfiddlers Podcast, we've got all the latest Aberdeen news from Pittodrie. The World Cup is in full swing and we're taking on the toughest challenge yet, our all-time Aberdeen 11. This should go well. Let's get into it. Hello and welcome to the Sheepfiddlers Podcast, the podcast by Aberdeen fans for Aberdeen's fans. On this week's episode, we'll bring you all the latest news from Pittodrie, take a look at how the World Cup is shaping up, and then it's time for a bit of nostalgia, as each of us have picked our favourite Aberdeen 11. No rules, no statistics to back it up, just players who gave us the best memories in red. As always, there'll be plenty of debate, a few controversial picks, and no doubt one or two selections that will have the rest of the panel simply can't believe. Right then, let's get things underway with everything that's happened at Pittodrie. It's been another busy week for the Dons, both on and off the pitch, so let's dive straight into the latest Aberdeen news. Aberdeen have been in the Netherlands for pre-season, doing a camp there, and going by the videos that the players have been working hard and enjoying the trip. So, what have you guys taken from that?
Well, yeah, the FC20 game, I don't know if we're speaking about that later on or what, but I suppose the talking point is Olasanya's harder to miss attempt at goal.
True. Yeah, might as well get that out of the way, hadn't we?
Yeah, but I mean, FC20 are a decent team, so to get a 1-0 loss in a relatively new team, again, I think it's a decent result. And like you said, they look as though they're working hard. They've got a short time to gel together before we start playing proper. Yeah, I think they're doing all right.
Yeah, from the videos, it looks a bit fun, like a fun camp out there. Obviously, they're doing a lot of hard work, which you can tell. But even from like the cold game we were at, they seem to be gelling pretty well, to be honest. But some of the fun videos have been coming out. It's pretty hilarious. But it's good to be away in warm weather, doing some hard work, I suppose, and get some fitness in. Apparently, it was supposed to be maybe one of the first. Well, Nicky Devlin says one of the first teams that he's been a part of. So
yeah,
interesting.
The funniest picture I saw was Connor Ronan in his vest top. You know, they've got all the vest top because they're in the sunshine, and he's got the proper farmer's tan. It's like halfway doing proper t-shirt tan. He needs to stick on a heap of Factor ginger.
You should lend him some more. So particularly, I enjoyed with Stephen Craigan's interview. He came across well, which I think that's no surprise, being, he's been a pundit for the last few years, but he did come across really well in his interview. I think it's interesting as well, some fresh ideas in there. And, we've got to give, Robinson a bit of credit, because he does come across the type of manager. He's not going to be handing out jobs for the boys, I think. I know we spoke about this last week, but I really don't think this is.
No,
I don't think so. It was interesting when he talked about each game, like the the behind the closed doors ones, or even just the FC20, or like he talked about what they were taking from each game and that, and what the plan is for like the FC20 and for the county game, and then even I suppose the Linfield game as well. But it sounded interesting. He kind of backs. I suppose in this case, is he going to back it up? Well, he talks about, to be get the benefit from that as well.
Yeah. It is, talk's cheap.
Yeah, the work's got to be done, isn't it, really, to be honest? But it's good.
Yeah. So, start of the week we played a closed doors game against a German side, FC Bocholt. Dons won 1-0. Goal coming from Bilalovic, which is interesting. You know, your favourite player there.
I've got nothing against him. Assumed he was going to be the one we'd be selling.
To be honest, the fact that he's been in quite a lot of the videos, he's had quite a bit of game time.
Yeah.
I don't think he is one of the ones that we're looking to offload.
No, I don't think so.
I think by what I've seen, him and Keskinen are going to be here. Unless somebody comes in with something that's too good to be true. I think they will be here.
So I think, obviously, at the end of the season, he was playing to survive, and playing the formation he did wasn't going to include Keskinen and Bilalovic. So I think you might just change things up for this season and try and get them in, because you need that speed down the lines, which they've both got.
Yeah.
And if you've got a good number 9 in the right place, then they're going to get the goals. So I do think that for those two, I would be sad, although I say he's pish, I'd be sad to see Toppy go, because he just wasn't given a chance at the end of the season, or in that latter part of the season.
I have a feeling with all the kind of interest going around him at the moment that it's more of he'll probably stay for this season and go next year.
Yeah.
And I think he probably will, because he's been good at times, but he's not been like consistently full season good. So his is probably going to be his season of an opportunity to blow himself apart in terms of like putting himself out in the market for people. So and the club will probably come to him and said that we're not going to sell you now.
Yeah,
but we'll sell you next year. We can make some dollar off it.
Yeah, maybe. So on Saturday they played in front of a crowd, FC 20. Apparently there was 100 Dons fans at the game. So fair credit to them. And I know there was fans who went over from Scotland, so it wasn't just people that was close to.
Yeah.
There was some people that made the journey, so fair play to them. I felt it was a good run out. We did create some opportunities. I liked the fact we got in the ball in the box more. We got down the line and tried to get it in the box. It just didn't quite come off for us. The goal we conceded, I think Mitov could have done better, but it's his first game back from injury. So, I think fitness is the most important thing. They're a decent side.
Yeah. As you said about gelling, the players are still gelling together. Like, do you know what I mean? For a few games, and as Stephen Craig pointed out, it's just a step up of quality of opposition to try things out and keep the team fit, gelling. It's all that rings together. So you know what I mean. So,
but I mean, we're still a fair distance from the start of the season, and we've already had a better pre-season than last year.
Yeah. And the thing is, we've got 2 games coming up in mid this week, and then we've got 4 cup games, which are proper competitive games, and then we're going to the Hearts game. So definitely, we shouldn't be going into that game half baked anyway.
The way Hearts are going just now, hopefully they win a higher team.
But it was an all right run out. We obviously watched the game together, so.
I didn't get to join you. I had the last minute visitors coming across, so I had to let you down, but apologies for that. I would have loved to have been on that live with you.
Wasn't the most exciting game of football, but
no.
Yeah, but the main thing at this point is for them to play together and get to know each other, gel a bit more. I don't want to judge pre-season friendlies. I'll wait till after the 4 games in the cup, but
because
would like to see us.
All the sign will be banging him in for 2 yards.
I said that the other day. I'll take 100 misses like that in pre-season as long as he's putting the back of the net with the first game of the season.
Yeah,
good.
Genuinely think that is the most amazing miss I've ever seen because he's set on it. It's not a first time shot. He's done all the work. He's taken it over the goalie and missed. I can't understand how he's managed to miss it. It's if anything more impressive to miss the goal from that position.
It was Yugani's reaction. You see his face as well. That's a meme and a half.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, that's definitely. I can see other shockers throughout the season, and then that'll be him turning.
Yes.
Yeah. Brilliant. So we've got 2 more pre-season games to go. We've got a closed doors friendly on Tuesday versus Ross County. And then we hop over the Irish Sea to Belfast to play Belfast Rangers. Sorry, I mean Linfield.
Great weekend to go.
Yeah. I'm hoping any Dons fans going over there have got the sense to get the ferry back on Saturday night.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. I'm not staying there the whole weekend.
Yeah, it's definitely a challenging weekend, shall we say, in Belfast.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Say no more.
It's like Guy Fawkes night on steroids.
Bring some marshmallows, plenty of bonfires.
Just remember and park your flute.
I've got my pallets ready for me.
Here's your 50p.
I think, County obviously humped Inverness at the weekend. 4-0. So I think that'll be an interesting game from us. I still expect us to beat County.
Yeah.
And then obviously going over to Linfield, playing at Windsor Park, be a good occasion for us. But I'd expect us to beat them as well. So hopefully we're going into the Brora game after a couple of wins.
Yeah.
I think we kind of need that to be 2 wins. And ideally quite a big one against County.
Yeah.
Or at least, well, maybe not a big win, but I'd like to see us score a few goals.
Yeah.
More than just 1-0.
Yeah.
So, fresh off the press today, Sandy Jensen is off ski. He's headed to Elfsborg for an undisclosed fee. Interesting if we can find out how much we got for him.
Well, there's rumours it was $500,000.
It's not bad.
Again, rumours. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we paid not that much for him. I don't know if we paid $500,000 for him. Or, there'll probably be selling clauses from him, you would think, and that's where we'll make our money from.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, good luck to him.
Yep, good luck, Sandy J.
Yeah, he did well in his first season. I think a lot of last season he was played out of position, which didn't help. But
Scotch got my dollars so much.
Exactly.
There's no room for 2 Sandys in a team either. Can only be 1 Sandy.
The rumour mill is in full flow. Milanovic is rumoured to be heading back to Western Sydney Wanderers. And a new one on me today, Lazetic off to FC Noah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Shame it didn't work out for either of them, but probably best for everyone to part ways at this point.
Yeah, Milanovic one's a bit of a weird one.
I mean,
I thought he might go on loan.
If we're getting our money back for him,
yeah, I can leave that.
As long as you get it.
As long as we're getting our money back, yeah. I just thought he might went out on loan, give us some confidence, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
he's young, but he's not that young. So he's kind of probably at a point in his career he wants to be playing, not trying to break into a team like Aberdeen. So going back to Australia, he'll be the star man in his team. So it's probably just better for him.
Yeah.
I wonder what happens to Nick Suman now. I think we signed him just to be his mate.
No, it's because they are pals.
Oh, they actually are mates.
Yeah.
I thought we just signed him.
That's why we signed him.
We're his friends.
You speak the same language, you'll get on fine.
That's amazing.
I'm a bit gutted for Lazetic. I think there is definitely a player in there.
I think he's got the potential to be a much better player than Aberdeen, but it hasn't worked out, unfortunately.
No, I think.
So Duke's been on the move as well, from Leganes to Atlas in the Mexican League. It's been rumoured at €2 million. And we'll get 5% of that. So what's that? 5% of 2 million?
I was never good at German.
It's 5 figures, that's all I read. So I don't know.
Yeah, so by my maths, it's 10 grand maybe.
There's Ramadani as well, actually.
Yeah, Ramadani as well.
We're getting a little bit of a sell on from him as well.
Yeah, and then the big one. Lewis Ferguson where's he going to end up? Because I think we've got a tasty sell on.
20%, 25% or something like that.
So where's
You
he?
get a sell on if the latest rumour is true and it's a swap deal for him and Connor Barron.
There was no money involved in no. And that sounds exactly what Rangers will do.
There is no way those two people are valued at the same level.
Nope.
Although I do quite enjoy that Rangers fans have spent the entire summer going, oh, well, we want to sell Raskan. He's worth about 20 million. They want to get rid of Fergie. So a straight swap for those two. And then Bologna have gone, yeah, no, fucking Raskan's gone now.
But then the played them a bit.
But then it also shows that Barron should have left us and gone to Italy, had none of this fuss, been played every week in the Serie A.
Yep.
But instead he chose to be a sub at Rangers and finished third.
I mean, there's
In a 2-horse race.
Yeah.
there's some Rangers fans out there with the same Connor Barron say he was the best player in Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they want to get rid of him to bring in the actual best player in Scotland.
Yeah.
The best player for Scotland team.
Those same people, though, when Fergie was an Aberdeen player, said he was shite, didn't deserve to go to Rangers.
Yeah.
So
5% of 2 million is 100,000.
You've been calculating that all the time.
I was like,
giving Rachel Riley
right.
comes for money with us.
I thought it was 100, but then I thought it was. They said 5 figures. 100 grand, 6 figures.
So maybe they mean like, because it's euros,
Oh,
so
yeah.
Euros.
exchange, so it'll be like 80 something euros.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was £75,000 is what we were getting,
Yeah.
but it's 100,000 euros.
Yeah.
Not bad.
No, but that's money's money, isn't it?
Money's money. Yep.
Player who gave up
Where do
left.
we think Ferguson's going to end up?
Definitely not Rangers.
I can't see that.
You know, he's been banded about as a 17 to 20 million pound player. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
I can't see Rangers spending that money, but
And also the fact
I
that
am terrified.
how well he
to
did for us in the World Cup.
Yeah.
I'm just scared.
I personally don't think he leaves.
Scared.
Well, because I was convinced, Mayoski, he'll never go to Rangers. And then he did. And, well, there's no reason Fergie doesn't want to go to Rangers. He is a Rangers. We've always known he is a Rangers fan, so, it's not coming out of the blue.
There's more reason for him to go Rangers.
He's 26, so he's got the best part of his career in front of him. I hope he stays in Italy.
I think
The thing is, you become captain of the team, so why would you go to the Rangers anyway after being captain?
The one thing I saw was that, yes, he played like 45 times last season, but more than half of them were from the bench. So minutes are possibly a concern for him.
But you've pointed out that he's 26, right? So his next contract really is...
This is his biggest contract.
It's his biggest contract.
Yeah,
so you're not going to go to Rangers for your biggest contract.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
You're going to go somewhere else, make the money for the next 2-3 years, and then you'll go to Rangers.
And the way they're saying as well that he's happy in Italy. So surely the sensible thing would be if, the other teams that have been banded about that are interested in him, Roma, Juventus, the Milan
I thought
clubs.
it was Juve that was...
Surely that's where he's going to go. Well, I heard Juve was looking at him before he got injured.
Yeah.
As you said, he's gone to the World Cup and been arguably Scotland's best player. So that's only put more value.
Yeah.
Now, I know Rangers fans will say, they've got, the 49ers behind them. But they lost 14 million last year to finish third.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is right now is he's not going to move right now. It's going to be the domino effect. It all starts, and it doesn't necessarily start, but Man United will be part of that domino effect.
Yeah.
They're looking for 2 to 3 midfielders. One of them, they're one assigned from Italy, funnily enough. So as soon as a bad boy from Atlanta moves to Man United, there's a space there.
Yeah.
They could go to buy something else from Italy or whatever it might be. It's a domino effect, and Ferguson moves. So it'll be just a wait and see. A lot of it's going to be wait and see, but I definitely can't be Rangers.
I mean, United had probably one of the best midfielders I've had in years and let him go to Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because of balance sheets.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's enough Aberdeen news for this week. Let's have a look at football on the biggest stage of all, the World Cup from North America. Well, to be honest, that's probably where we need to start. Before we start talking about on the park, what the actual fuck is going on?
Oh, man.
First of all, you had Ronaldo got banned, but he served one, but then he was going to miss the first 2 group games, and they got suspended. Now, I'm one of Ronaldo's biggest fans. I want to see him play, but he was suspended, and now you've got the president of the United States getting involved because a player's been sent off, and he's not going to be banned for any game. This is mental.
Oh, it's corruption to its highest order. There was even a cut today in the Oval Office. I don't know who it was. One of them doing a press conference and made a joke about it. Oh, great, well done, President, for getting that red card rescinded. Why is that making politics?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Politics and football shouldn't be mixing.
Yeah. But anyway, corruption to the highest order.
Yeah.
What's a bigger joke, this or the FIFA Peace Prize? Like, they both made an absolute mockery of football.
Yeah.
And it's all come about because of that one tweet that was getting absolutely rinsed. I don't know if you saw it. Someone going, how is it fair that because a US player gets a red card, they have to play the rest of the game 10v11, and then that player is going to miss the next game? So everyone in football just went onto that tweet. It's just like, you fucking idiot. Like, you don't understand the sport. But, like, genuinely, the Americans believe that that's unfair somehow. So
Yeah. There's a simple explanation to that. That get fucking sent off in the first place.
Well.
And then...
But it's like the water breaks and everything. It's because the Americans can't not have ad breaks. We've got to have this water break.
Yeah.
So we're doing everything to appease the Yanks. And
Yeah.
no, they should realise that football's better than them. They should change their ways and be more like us and do things right.
Yeah.
I think it's does the boy play tonight? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, you have to play him.
Well, me personally, if I was part of Team USA, I would. This is their opportunity to do the right thing and get everyone in football saying, "Oh, that's a great gesture," by not playing him.
Like Poch is a manager, right? Obviously, being a hero.
But they're all football guys. None of them can like this.
Surely
They
not.
can't.
Yeah.
It's all because Trump's best pal Gianni.
Yeah.
Tonight is it like the smart like in the morning? It's
It's
Actually,
Belgium.
1:45 or something like that. 1:45.
Like, I hadn't.
Wake up that message last minute goal from Balogun to put USA against Belgium.
I hadn't seen
And
it.
then
They don't
release
have
somehow.
somehow. Like, it is a red card, so I don't understand what the fuss is.
But then you got the England player getting sent off last night, so it's his suspension.
It has to be.
Is
It's
it-
pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
It has to be suspended.
So now you can get sent off
But what,
at that World Cup, but it doesn't matter.
what about the red cards we've already had in the World Cup?
Yeah.
Like the Paraguay guy doing the
Yeah.
hand over the mouth.
Well, two of them have done it
Yeah,
now.
2 of them got that, so were they suspended?
But then that means there's no consequence to getting sent off.
No.
So literally you could stamp in someone's face.
Yeah.
And to get away with it for suspended.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just don't do it again in the next year and you
Yeah.
won't serve a suspension.
Yeah.
Whoop-de-doo. It's a 1-game ban, so that'll be a 2-game ban for doing it. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
It's actually ridiculous. And the thing is, the way laws work, they're setting a precedent.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing is going to be trickling down.
Well, you say
And
that.
it'll be happening in this country as well.
They stick with some laws and then just with the rest. If you look at last night's game or this morning's game, I didn't watch it until the repeat this morning, England-Mexico. How many times do the Mexico players surround the ref?
Mhm.
Now, it's supposed to be, if you do that, you receive a yellow, then it'll stop all that happening. It happened every time that there was a little infringement. There was 3 or 4 of them surrounding the ref. He was saying go away a few times. During the pen, one of the England pens, he was waving the players out. The keeper was taking his time pissing about. Stop all the bullshit. Give them a yellow card. They're not going to do it again.
Well, I did stay up to watch it, but I fell asleep. But
Aye.
I did.
It wasn't great until later on.
Yeah. when the English boy got sent off, the commentators were saying there was fisticuffs on the touchline.
Yes.
Yeah, they did say, yeah.
Which we didn't get to see, but yeah. I think
Mad.
Mexicans went into the England technical area and
Yeah.
there was a carry-on. But that red card itself, okay, by the rules, it's a red card.
It's a red card, 100% a red card.
But as he's sliding in, he rolls over the ball,
Yeah.
which keeps his leg up
Yeah.
to that height. So if he's not rolling over the ball, he's not contacting
Yeah,
at
But
that height.
that's the bit that's out of control.
Yeah.
Because he's gone in on
it's not
top
his
of the
Yeah, but it's
It's not cynical. I don't think it's gone to hurt him.
Yeah.
But
it is a red card,
it's a red card, definitely.
but I don't think it justified the reaction.
But obviously,
No.
he doesn't
No.
need to serve a suspension for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but instant is he won't have to.
I think the officials are trying everything and that they could to try and get Mexico through. That's how it felt in the game.
Jesus.
I mean, honestly, the officiating has been really bad this World Cup.
Yes.
I didn't watch the entirety of it, but the France game,
Oh yeah.
no yellow cards for
Yeah,
Was it Paraguay?
Was that?
And they should have had about 10 yellow cards.
That was the same ref as the one that we had at
I think
in
it
the
was.
Morocco
Yeah,
game.
the
Was
Morocco
it?
game, yeah.
Outrageous.
But like Paraguay were, they're not. They remind me of Atletico Madrid, basically.
Yeah.
They're dirty.
They're dirty,
Yeah.
but they use it smartly.
Yeah.
But they should have had yellow cards.
Yeah. Because there was so many fouls, you'd think somebody would have got booked for persistent fouling.
Yeah.
But there was yellow card offences in that game.
It's fine if you referee a game like that. If you do it for both sides, you pick 3 French players.
That's right. That's right.
That's the bit that's not right.
Yeah.
There was at one point a wee kick out where Mbappe and the Paraguay boy that they referenced David Beckham getting sent off against Argentina. Exact same thing happened, but it wasn't even looked at. And he did kick out at Mbappe. Okay, Mbappe made a bit of a meal of it, but he still kicked him.
Yeah.
So that should have been looked at, and it wasn't. There's just, I think I said this last season, inconsistency with VAR.
Just a little.
That's all we're looking for, a bit of consistency.
Just a little bit.
Like even the England penalty, for Harry Kane. I don't understand how that's not a penalty.
Oh, I've got no idea.
In the previous round.
Yeah,
It kind of is.
like he gets pushed initially.
Yeah.
Okay, when you look at it, he does kind of pull his feet together to try and get, but the contact's coming.
Yeah.
Regardless of how he puts his feet together, the contact by the keeper is coming.
Yeah.
It's a penalty.
But it's not like he didn't dive, and also as well, he didn't engineer the contact. It's not like he's going to go past the keeper and he stuck his leg out. He is being clever, and he was fouled.
Yeah.
And also in this sport, in this day and age, you don't go down, you don't get anything.
Yeah.
So
True.
you have to go. You anticipate contact and you go down. Some of that is what leads to dives, which
Yeah.
because you're just trying to not get hurt. But still, I mean, if I'm going to call for John McGinn to get a penalty, I have to say that's a penalty too.
Oh yeah. I don't think McTominay one was, but the McGinn one was.
No, I'm the other way. I thought it was McTominay was more of a pen.
He did worse than
I'm
Kane did.
thinking both and the one in the Haiti game as well. Actually, more ridiculous from the World Cup, just to talk about the England-Ghana game, that hydration break. Do you remember that?
No.
It was the 20th minute, down for a clash of heads, 2 players off injured. So all the players go off to the side of the field, getting water, having a chat with
So you weren't allowed to do that.
Ref called them back onto the pitch.
Yeah.
So that they could all stand on the pitch and wait
For the hydration
for 2 minutes of play.
Oh, I guess.
And then the hydration.
To then get them
But
off.
what's even better? What else was happening? It was pouring a rain.
Oh.
So then also I think it's Houston Stadium, got air conditioning.
SoFi as well in LA. It's air conditioned.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's fucking madness.
It is. Shite.
I think fair enough to have the hydration break, but kind of the point is that shit happens through a game.
Yeah.
Every game,
Yeah.
all season. And if you have a game where that doesn't happen, then the ref can stop it 20-something minutes in.
Yeah.
But how many times have we seen it go one way or the other? It can either favour a team or not favour a team because they could be in their tempo, high tempo. Say, I think it was Brazil the other night when they were just getting good, then they had the hydration break, and then they went shit.
Nah, it takes the momentum away.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for.
Look, I'm all
shit.
I'm all for the hydration breaks if players are playing in 40, ridiculous heats.
If they're genuinely struggling, then
Yeah.
Like they've got to look after the players, but if it's pissing the rain or you're playing in an air-conditioned stadium, you don't fucking need it.
True.
And the point is, during a game, you will have moments where there's nothing happening on the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
And if you really want this, TV companies, chuck a wee advert on then.
Yeah, but
Don't need to have this set 3 minutes put aside.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
You kind of said it earlier on. This is not hydration breaks. This is just money making ad breaks.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
But they've just spun it to say, "We'll call it a hydration break." But in other words, it means just get millions in for the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's enough ranting, I think, from the World Cup, because, it's a fucking joke. Now it's time for the fun part. We've all picked our favourite Aberdeen 11s, but this isn't about who won the most trophies or who's statistically the greatest. It's simply the players that meant the most to us. The ones that got us off our seats, gave us unforgettable moments, or became heroes in red shirts. There are bound to be some controversial omissions, a few left field picks, and probably a fair bit of disagreement along the way. Let's find out who made the cut. So let's start with the goalkeeper. I've gone for the goalkeeper when I first started going to Pataudry. I loved this guy. Broke my heart when he went to Rangers, but it's Theo Snelders for me.
Yeah, I went Theo as well. I was a ball boy. I can't remember what year it was, but he was in goals that year. And yeah, it was kind of the year I started falling in love with it, and I started going to the games as well. So Theo Snelders is my keeper as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm third on that as well. Yeah, Theo Snelders for me. Similar, obviously not Pataudry when I was younger, but also again hauled down to Seaton Park to watch the Dons play, training there. So being right up close to Theo Snelders and watching him was unbelievable goalkeeper.
So just in case you don't know, because you know you're so young, Theo Youngs.
Yeah, I was just going to say. Just because I'm not as old as you fuckers. I did not pick Theo. I mean, there's a couple of players actually I quite like for this, but I think realistically for me, for what I've seen, it had to be Joe Lewis. He was outstanding when he came in. Proper good club captain for us as well. And happy that he chose to stay up here and retire with us. I thought he was fantastic for us, really.
He was a good goalkeeper, yeah. If I could have had two subs on the bench, I probably would have had him on my bench as well. But yeah, I think
he makes an appearance on my bench.
So who wants to go first with their back fours?
I'll go first. So in no particular order, back four of Considine, Anderson, Knooster and Shea Logan. It's a bit of a mixed match, I know, but for the players in the certain positions that I picked, that's who I enjoy watching in those positions.
Yeah.
I know Knooster is relatively new. It doesn't mean that I wasn't anybody as good. I just think that given the fact he only played half a season last season and was player of the year, it just shows how good a player he actually is in that position.
Fair play. My back four, so I went Shea Logan, Russell Anderson, Willie Miller and Kevin McNaughton. I'm showing my age there by actually getting to see the great one play and not just heard him on the radio. Shea Logan, just because he was hated so much by the Tims. He loved winding them up. Russell, I went for him over McLeish because of seeing him lift that trophy at Celtic Park. You know, waited so long for it. But also the way he conducted himself when he went to Sunderland. You know, he donated his signing on fee at the club. He went to Sunderland, he came back. He did the right thing. And that was great. And Kevin McNaughton, I loved watching him. I thought he was a great player for us. And I even followed his time at Cardiff as well, because he was a cracking player for us.
Yeah, my back four is Andy Considine, Alex McLeish, Russell Anderson, and Michael Hart. I was closest, to be honest, between Hart and McNaughton as my right back, to be honest. But I mean, Considine says all the time. He was an unbelievable player for us. McLeish, fortunate to see him, and again, similar to Theo Snelders, seen a lot of him up close. Got photographs with him at Seaton Park. We're watching him train. So, unbelievable player. Obviously coming near the end of his career when I've seen him, but yeah, amazing. Russell Anderson, I should kind of back up what you just said. Unbelievable player for us, and did everything right from an Aberdeen perspective, Aberdeen loon. So, and Michael Hart, I don't know why, but I just love Michael Hart. Right, I thought he was brilliant for us. Growing up with him playing, I'd say Kevin Allen was pretty much between them two, really, for right back as well.
So McNaughton's on your bench, and I take it, is he?
McNaughton's on my bench, yeah.
Oh, yes, I was
thinking, if Michael Hart's fitness wasn't there, you could bring on Kevin McNaughton,
I should have brought it out since you've come out to my house for this one. I had an autograph book that I was looking through the other week, and it was from the days of Michael Hart and all the rest of it. Yeah. So what I did was, obviously they signed it, you've got no idea who it is. So I kind of wrote their names underneath it, and there was likes of Michael Hart, Kyriakov, Billy Dodds, to name a few. But yeah, it was good to see. I can't remember how old I was. Must have been quite a youngster at the time. Going down to Aberdeen for the day that they're there at sign time.
Yeah.
It was just such a great day to be there. Michael Hart, he signed it, and it was just like, yeah, the way you're talking about him, it's pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
Do remember Michael Hart? He was in the first team. I remember actually. But yeah, my back four, Shea Logan. We all agree was fucking quality for us.
Yeah.
Wind up the Thames, wind up everyone, which just makes him more likable. Russell Anderson, to me, when I first started watching football, he was Aberdeen captain. So he's like Willie Miller to me, my generation. He's a fucking god. Love that man. I've gone Scott McKenna. I think there was a few centre backs I could have picked, but in terms of actual ability as a centre half, I think he's probably the best I've seen.
and not just for that wonder strike either.
No, not just for that. He came through the youth team. I thought he was brilliant for us for a few years, and we sold him for a good few million. And then
Could have been 10 if we just said yes when we did.
apparently so, but who knows? And then my number one best player in the team, Andy Considine.
Yeah.
There was never going to be a team picked by me that didn't include him.
No.
Problem player.
I'm actually surprised it's not just 11 Andy Considines for you, to be honest.
It was a thought.
So midfield. So we've gone 4-3-3 just to make it easier for all of us. So
Didn't it make it easy for me?
midfield three.
Go on, Al.
Right, so Graham Shinney.
Who's he again?
What a player. Two stints with us as well, or technically three when he was loaned and then signed for us, but anyway.
Well, he has gone to Little Aberdeen, so.
Scott Severin and Ian Jess. Fortunate to see Ian Jess. Honestly, probably my favourite player from Aberdeen's teams. But I absolutely love Scott Severin when I was younger. Ability-wise, was brilliant. I wouldn't say he's the best player in the world, but I don't know what it was when I was a kid. It was unbelievable. Great player, and great guy as well. So yeah, that's Graham Shinney's Graham Shinney. I think everyone.
Yeah.
I think with Severin, he was very good at sitting in the pocket at the edge of the box without going forward, and he was just waiting just to be laid off to smash it.
Striking.
He had an absolute thunderbolt of a strike.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think Scott Severin was actually my first favourite player at Aberdeen. So it was quite hard not to put him into my team, but when I settled on my three, those were, as far as I'm concerned, that is the right choice for my midfield from what I've seen.
Go for it then. Who's your three then?
Lewis Ferguson, Graham Shinney, Kenny McLean.
So where's Scott Severin then?
On the bench.
Yeah, that's three good shouts.
Yeah.
I just think that's the best three players I've seen in the midfield position. Kenny McLean in particular, I think technically either him or someone else to come, the most technically gifted player I've ever seen at Pittodrie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went with Jim Bett, showing my age again, Lewis Ferguson, and the only in my line of work celebrity that I've served that made me starstruck, Ian Jess. What a man. He just for that goal at Ibrox. Well, he scored twice at Ibrox, but everyone only really wants to talk about that goal. The way he took it down, the way he powered forward and smashed it in the bottom corner. It's just godlike.
Yeah, Jim Bett was close to 19 as well, to be honest. He was an incredible player.
Yeah. Unbelievable player. But I think we got him just at the right time as well. He'd done well for Rangers, but he came up here and he was brilliant for us.
Yeah.
A class act. Loved watching him play.
Yeah, I know that we are kind of similar ages, albeit Liam. We'll kind of go for similar choices. The players you mentioned, your McLeish, your Miller, your Bett, brilliant, and I would have chosen them all day long. Had I not just gone into football a little later than you two, you obviously just went a few years. You're a few years older. You went a few years before me, but my midfield, and you made it difficult because of the 4-3-3, so I had to stick
Excuses
somebody in here. But I've actually gone Niall McGinn, Graham Shinney, and my all-time favourite player, Ian Jess. Whenever you were playing football at school and you pretend to be a player, it was always Jess. I was Ian Jess. obviously never as good as him, but you'd always, I'm Ian Jess. Obviously, we've spoken about Graham Shinney, Aberdeen through and through, team club captain, and Niall McGinn. Well, he's come back. It just shows how much love he had for the team, or the club, sorry. So to still be a part of it. And when you had him and Hayes and Rooney, that was just a force that, not to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
So that's why McGinn's in my midfield, because I had to make some other changes.
So, front three?
I think we could just jump to the end there, because it's a unanimous front three bar one, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
And Hayes, Rooney, it could literally be no one else for me.
Best one three we've. Yeah.
I mean, even if you were to include the team that you guys just missed out on, that won everything, I think Hayes and McGinn probably still get into that team. Rooney probably wouldn't, but outrageous goal scorer.
Definitely, best front three.
The number 9 was really tough for me. Really, really tough for me. Rooney came along at a time where I was falling back in love with my club. But, I could not have a team and not have Duncan Shearer in it. He was a brilliant
Shearer wonderland.
Yeah, he was a great player, and he scored in the League Cup in '95. I was close with his strike partner at the time as well, Billy Dodds, but he obviously didn't just go to Rangers once; he went twice. So I couldn't.
And then he went to Little Rangers.
So I couldn't have him. But yeah, McGinn and Hayes, totally 100% agree. But yeah, Duncan Shearer for me as well. He scores so many important goals, and I don't know what it is about the Shearer name, but they both had the same celebration. It was just a hand up. I just always thought that was really bizarre as a kid watching the two of them. But yeah, he could play football for a big guy, and he fucking knew where the net was.
Yes.
Yeah. For me, I don't really. Yeah. But the same Duncan Shearer was in my honourable mentions, but for me, that's a. The people older than us will have the generation before, but that's the two best strikers for me that we've had in my lifetime. I loved Duncan Shearer when I was younger, but I just loved Adam Rooney, what he did with that front three.
Not Conzola.
Or Eugene Daddy.
Or Rory Fallon.
Yeah.
Well, we've got honourable mentions to come, but Eugene Daddy was on my honourable mentions just for the Celtic game celebration. But yeah.
So my front three, and I mentioned that you made it difficult with playing the 4-3-3, but I couldn't not have Johnny Hayes. So Johnny Hayes, Duncan Shearer as my striker, and throwing this one in the mix, Hans Hillhouse as well, because what an exciting player he was.
Yeah,
incredible player.
And I'm gutted you didn't get to see him, because he was a fucking cracking player.
He wasn't.
There's a name to come probably a little bit later on that I'm most gutted that I missed out on.
Okay.
A few of them, Jess and Heelhouse, that is a disappointing one to miss out.
The thing is, the Dutch connection that we had some really good players come in.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Hans Ellis for me was, just so excited to watch.
He was far too good to be playing for us.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
Good to see both him and Snelder's going to watch us at the weekend.
Yeah.
I've been at a few of these Aberdeen Hall of Fame dinners. I saw both of them getting put in the Hall of Fame, and good lads, good just getting interviews.
Chill speaking about them now as well, and honestly.
So honourable mentions.
Right. Well, Liam, you can go first.
Mine's a bit more interesting. I decided to go. It took so long to whittle this down. I think there's a lot more players I'd want to mention, but I picked a top 5 eventually. These are just players who for right or wrong, while they were at Aberdeen, I just absolutely loved them. So number 1 was Scott Severin, as I've mentioned. 2, Chris Maguire.
Okay,
Well, I was glad as well. He was
a
young boy, exciting.
Cove as well, isn't he?
Is he still playing?
Yeah, actually.
Fair play, lad. I always wanted him to come back. at some point later on in his career. Not now, but yeah, always enjoyed him, especially with the Bebo thing as well. Ash Taylor, again, I know he was quite divisive at the time he was an Aberdeen player, but I just always loved him. Big lump. And then the same thing probably to be said about Josh McGuinness.
Big Josh.
If anything, he was more hated by a lot of the fans, but that made me love him more. I felt he always tried, and that's why also Danny Polvatter gets in there.
Oh yeah,
he had a bit more ability, but just you could tell it. They maybe don't care about Aberdeen, but while they're performing for us, they gave everything, and I love that type of player.
Yeah.
Just disappointed I couldn't put the real king or the last king of Scotland in there. Happy day.
My honourable mentions.
Oh, you're going to take my limelight.
Jamie Lamfield in goal. Yes, he was called Clangers for a reason, but you could tell when he was here he loved our club. And yes, there was holes. Yes, every time I watched him play, I ended up with holes in my underwear because my arse was twitching so much when the ball would go back to him. But he gave everything for us. And again, I go back to the League Cup final in 2014. His performance in that penalty shootout was brilliant.
That was great.
He won us the cup that day with his saves. So that's why. Dean Windass, what a character. The fact he wanted to kill Gaza, loved him. Absolutely loved him.
Dean Windass, when I seen you put Dean Windass, I was like, oh man. Because when I talked about Seaton Park, I remember watching him training at Seaton Park and they were playing football golf against trees on a ledge or just pinging these balls at a tree as if it was the pin for the whole thing. Literally for about 2 hours. I just sat there and watched him. Dean Windass was honestly so funny.
Adam Rooney, for all the things you said about him.
Yeah.
It was between him and Duncan, but the reason I went with Duncan was because I felt he was a better football player. I did feel with Rooney, it was like playing with 10 men, but that 11th man would score.
I will never forget a game Adam Rooney came on at Fire Park against Motherwell. He came on at half time and he was outrageously good. I remember him doing a wee roulette turn past the defender. He was playing out on the wing. Me and my dad couldn't fucking believe it. It was the only time he ever played like that, but he was insane for 45 minutes.
Scott Booth, another player from my youth. I remember going to the training camps and, as a kid, and the last day there was always players came, to see you, and he was one of the players. He turned up in a leather jacket, just looked cool as fuck. And you can announce my last one.
I'll announce your last one. So I think my honourable mentions might have swayed you to pick this one.
Yeah, this one did.
But for me, one of the most exciting talents that we've seen for a very short period of time. And, unfortunately, his life was taken through a really bad incident. But for myself and Quaney, he comes Zero Ali. What a player, man.
What a player. Yeah, I'll never forget Dens Park jumping up and down the puddles. And last game of the season, we beat Kilmarnock 5-1. Ball went over the top, and the only way I can describe it, the way he took the ball down was he looked like Bruce Lee, a way to kick somebody in the face. He took it down, Marshall came out, and he lobbed him. It was you didn't know whether to cheer, applaud, or what. What a goal, what a player, what a talent. A shame we didn't get to see more of him. A shame he got injured. But yeah, what a player.
Yeah, man, what a player, man. Yeah, so can I go into mine? And like I said, I kind of shared mine with Quaney, and I think I kind of swayed him on that Zero Ali one. By the sounds of it, I swayed him on a few others as well. But no, so for mine, I've gone Joe Lewis. It was between him and Theo Snelders. But for me, it was always going to be Snelders. But Joe Lewis needed to be in there because of how much he put into the team. And like you said, he retired with us and still had a lot of good things to say about us as well. Adam Rooney, again, we couldn't have gone McGinn Hayes without having a Rooney in there somewhere. Dean Windass, what a guy. Just what a guy, for what you've mentioned. I just remember meeting him on a night out, one of my pals, got smacked in the head because he was kind of going from the bar to his mates with his pint glasses in his hand, smacked him in the back of the head, and he said, "Sorry, I'll go get you a pint." So that was kind of like, that was it for me. The fact he's out getting pissed up the night before a game was just fantastic. Fourth one was Mixu Patalainen.
No.
Now that is, you'll not have experienced Mixu, but just what a player.
Brilliant player.
His questionable accent as well was half Finnish, half Scottish. Amazing.
And then I've already mentioned Zero Ali as well. So yeah, that's my 5. So yeah, Lewis Rooney, Windass, Patalainen, Zero Ali.
Mine's so Brian Irvin, unbelievable. Aberdeen man through and through as well. So yeah, great centre half. I was close to having him in the team, but McLeish and Russ Anderson for me are obviously the best two to have. I mean, Norton, as I said already, also the hard choice between him and Hart, to be honest. I love him and Norton, he's a brilliant player for us. I went Peter Pollitt. Just that few seasons we had with him behind the three of me and McGinn and Hayes. That 4 were just incredible. The pace he had. Obviously, injuries affected him a lot, but he was literally on fire for a season or two. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think this is my next one. I think if I didn't have a Johnny Hayes and now we get this guy would definitely be the team was Joe Miller. Joe Miller was an unbelievable winger for us. I absolutely loved him. But I mean, I couldn't put him in the team when I've got McGinn and Hayes in there, so unfortunately not. And then obviously we've talked about him already, but Duncan Shearer, for me, it was a hard choice between him and Rooney. But again, I absolutely loved him as a kid. I think probably all of us did growing up. He was scoring goals and he was an unbelievable player for it as well. So yeah, that's my 5.
It just shows we've kind of been in football for the same generation, given the choices that we've had there.
Definitely.
Like Ian Jess is a no-brainer.
So
for the 3 oldies, you know what I mean, we've got quite similar choices.
Yeah, good.
Is that just 2 players that we all picked? Russell Anderson, Johnny Hayes? Or did we all also pick Adam Rooney, if you include the bench?
If you include the bench. Interesting.
Being a keeper, I would have had all of the lady keepers. I would have had Jim Leighton in as well. But I mean
Jim Leighton.
Yeah, I just couldn't pick between the 3 of them. And I'm like, Jim was just at the kind of start of my getting into football. So for me, the most influence was Snelders and, Joe Lewis. Obviously.
I mean, I was between Langfield, Danny Ward and Joe Lewis. I just thought, I loved Langfield so much. Probably not the best goalkeeper, but he was a great guy.
Sure,
Danny Ward then showed us what a good goalkeeper.
To be honest, but that was the point in this. It wasn't about the best players that we've seen. It was the players that made us love our club. And that's the more important thing. Like, we've seen loads of great players. You know, we've seen great teams come up with Tawdry as well. But it's the ones that we've actually enjoyed watching. That's what was most important.
I think it's different as well because a lot of Aberdeen fans will use the 80s as a generation of the best players because they won a lot of things. But unfortunately, we're not part of that generation. No. So it's just interesting to see some of the players we have picked have had good moments, winning cups and doing great things for the club. So that's why I suppose some of the players will be the same. But
so I did put up a vote on X for a couple of days to let you, the listeners, vote. So the results are out from our picks, what you guys picked.
Must have been an older generation that were voting from a few of these players.
So they went with Snelders in goal, Miller, McLeish, Considine, midfield 3 of Jess.
Don't forget Logan.
Sorry, Logan as well. Totally missed him. So Logan right back, Miller, McLeish, and Considine. Midfield, Jess, Ferguson, McLean. And up front, Niall McGinn, Duncan Shearer, and Johnny Hayes or Hans Heelhuis. They were a tie for that position. So, interesting choices as well. Obviously, it's made, we've all got players in there. We've all got players as well that maybe nobody else picked, which is interesting. So yeah, it was a really good exercise. I enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I think that's just about wraps things up for another episode of the Sheepfiddlers Podcast. This week we've looked at the latest Aberdeen news, caught up with the biggest story from the Corruption Cup, and revealed our favourite Aberdeen 11s. Hopefully you agree with a few of our picks, but we're guessing there'll be one or two that you've been shouting at the speaker about. As always, we'd love to hear your thoughts, so let us know who made your all-time 11 favourite Aberdeen team, and who were we harsh to leave out, and where you think we got it completely wrong. If you've enjoyed this episode, please leave us a rating or a review wherever you get your podcasts, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on another episode. You can also follow us across all social media for clips, matchday content, and all the latest Sheepfiddlers podcasts. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll be back next week with more Aberdeen chat, football debate, and plenty more nonsense on the way. So until then, come on you Reds.
Come on, you Reds. Thank you for listening, and please like and subscribe. Please also look out for Sheepfiddler ASC on TikTok, Twitter and Instagram.